Ready?
Okay.
Okay.
So this is our first township board meeting that's being live streamed. And we have contracted with Zernal Shackelford to give his professional assistance here. Hi. Oh, are you from the fire department?
No.
Oh, you're a spectator.
I'm just a spectator.
Okay,
if that's
well,
okay.
you may sit here, but if we have a fire chief come, we might ask you to stand up, we'll get you another chair.
That's no problem
Okay,
at all.
and what is your name?
Mitch Reynolds.
Okay, all right. So, since this is our first live meeting, why don't we go around the room and introduce ourselves?
Oh, that's terrific.
Okay, I'm Suzanne Filbert. I'm the trustee.
David Heastan, attorney. Sean O'Donnell, Chief of Chester and Fire.
Mitch Reynolds, a town of Porter resident and a school teacher.
Okay.
Oh, Zernia Shackelford, Dark Side of Light Productions.
Hi, Cheryl Evans. I'm president of the board.
Calvin Chubb, board member.
Barb Stroud, board member.
Okay, so there we are.
All right. Well, as president, I would like to call this meeting to order. And,
I'll second that.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
And then I'll turn the agenda over to you, Barbara.
Suzanne. It's okay, it's okay.
She'll don't mind. Susie.
Okay,
Go
Bob's
ahead.
over there. All right, so I've given everybody an agenda, and Mitch, what's your first name?
Mitch, yeah, Mitch.
Here's
Thank
an
you.
agenda that we have, okay? So are there any requests from the fire departments for the fire queue? Are you thinking that you're going to?
Yeah, I'm not sure, I forget, what's in the fire queue right now?
I can
Roughly.
tell you, can you hand me that book right there?
The blue one?
Yeah. I can tell you, this is our financial records book, and I can tell you.
And I don't have a specific request. Normally, Chief Jay and I will have a discussion if there's
Okay,
something
This is
either way I'm
through
looking for.
July, and there is 190,000.
Okay.
thereabouts.
Yeah, so I have no specific request out of that. Like I said, Chief Jay and I talked about it last year when I came out here, that I know they were trying to build it back up because we've each had some requests prior to my tenure as fire chief, and that I think Westchester got a couple things, he's got, so I think our agreement is just to have a discussion. So I don't have anything for fire cume. I think the only thing I would be coming for, and I thought I would get an invoice by now, would be the reporting
Oh,
software.
right.
So I don't know when that invoice will come, because Jay and I our schedule was a little off, because remember, I started before him,
Yeah.
or he started before me, and then I
Yeah.
came, and then he was coming back later on in the spring. So I think, be getting a bill, coming up.
Okay, because our
Soon.
next meeting is September 24th.
Right.
Okay, so.
But if I don't have an invoice by then, can that always be presented a little late and asked for
Well, sure,
special
you can't.
approval?
Just that, I guess my concern is in trying to avoid having another meeting.
Yeah.
because,
Yeah,
But if there's any way you could get
I will ask about that.
so something, we would like to address your problem as soon as we can.
Yeah.
And then typically we have a meeting in like the first Wednesday of December.
Right.
But, we're flexible other than that.
Yeah, that's not a problem, and that shouldn't be a problem. So that would be the only thing I see right now. If there's any major purchases that would come out of Cume, I will discuss that with Chief Jay, make sure we're on the same page
Okay.
just before coming.
And as a board, as I think I speak for the board and
Yeah.
myself as well, we ask that you and Jay and Chief Craig talk to all the right people to make sure that it's acceptable, because one time there was an expenditure that the board approved,
Yeah.
and then,
Right.
somebody got upset over it. So just make sure that everybody who has to say yes agrees with it.
Not a problem at all.
Yeah. Okay. All right, well, you're welcome to stay.
Well,
You never know.
Or you can tell us about what's going on at the fire department.
Oh, we have a question for you. Have you ever had a baby in your baby box?
no baby in the baby box. So that is a good thing.
Well,
They're not.
yes and no.
Yeah, so yes, yeah. As long as there's no injuries
Yes.
and anything, we're not hearing of anything bad, that's always a plus. But no, we have not had one in ours.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has Porter had one?
No. The only ones that have had one, and don't quote me 100%, I think Crown Point. in Cool Springs Township out in LaPorte.
Yes.
It had, I think
Yeah.
they had two, a few years ago, with
Wow.
it, since it's been up, and I know Crown Point, there might be somebody else I could be missing, but those are the two that stick out to me. No, right now, the fire department's going through our remodel project, as you know. We're doing that, so they're doing a 2-story addition to the fire department, in addition to remodeling the fire department and all town hall. So right now, that's our, the big project, and we should be moving back into the fire department in early December.
And logistically, everything's been going great?
Logistically, we've been pretty successful, so let's
Terrific.
keep that going. As you know, we're over in the Tilden building
Right, there
right
you
now.
go.
Are you fully in that building, or are you still, are you like split between the two? or-
On-duty crew and equipment, a lot of, quite a bit of equipment is there for callbacks and things like that. Our whole apparatus floor is still accessible, so when we have callbacks or, then we go over to 7th and Broadway and get whatever else is needed, the tower or anything like that.
You
So,
didn't
yeah.
have to change your name to Porter?
No, no.
Just a
So,
little leaven.
yeah.
Well, thank you for that update.
No, you're welcome. Any other questions, anything?
I, just looking forward, potentially, is there, in the next 3 years, any capital improvement issues?
Well, see, we give the money to the town, the Porter and town of Chester, so that's, wouldn't be, we don't have any capital, whatever their capital improvements are not ours.
Right, no,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
They're the lead, more or
Yeah,
less.
because we don't give it to like a volunteer fire department, we give it to the town of Chester and the town of Porter, so.
Okay.
so.
Do we have is it 5,000 that we can, has a cutoff, I guess, for what we consider a capital expenditure?
Oh, no, that's a materiality.
Okay.
Okay, that's another matter. That's like if something went missing, that was something, but then we have a capital assets.
Yeah, that's what I was
capital
thinking.
assets-
Was that 1,000 or
That's
5?
2,000.
2,000, okay.
Yeah.
The cap, because we just passed that.
Yeah, that's like, so in order for something to be considered capital assets, it'd be 2,000.
Okay.
And if something goes missing, I think we'd set it at 5,000 or something like that. That could be changed, but that's.
Oh, absolutely, I remember.
All right. So, would you like to stay or you're welcome to?
Well, if it's not needed, I don't mind leaving, as we do. But we do. Sarah, thank you very much. It's been
Thank
great.
you.
Over the past, I've been here just about 2 years in October.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, it's been that long now, so it's been a real pleasure working with the board and stuff like that. You guys all been great to us, so thank you for that.
We try to get you in and
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, I know I call with other questions when you get other things of learning, but I
Yeah.
appreciate it. So thank you, and if you don't need me, I'm not
No, I
gonna
don't.
stay if you don't
I
need
don't
mine.
think we do.
No, I don't.
Thank you, Jay. He forgot, he's at practice with his
Well, I know
child.
he has a
Yeah.
son. who-
So,
Yeah, I don't think
I
we're
told him he's good. He said, I said, no, I think we're good.
Okay,
I'll call him. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
okay. All right, so we have, I guess the first thing on the agenda here is the approval of the minutes from the last time.
Okay,
That
thank
were
you.
prepared by Calvin.
Thanks, Calvin.
Here, Mitch, you have this.
Thank you. Squeeze behind you.
Oh,
Excuse me.
sorry.
Just squeeze behind you. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Just gonna adjust this a little bit. That's real good. Thank you.
No worries.
Yeah.
I make a motion to accept the minutes for the May 7th meeting.
I second.
Yeah, all in favor, I guess. Or do we all?
And she, yeah,
Yeah.
aye.
Aye.
Aye? Okay, thank you.
And then if I could have 2 signed copies, please.
Here's one.
Actually, I do see an error in here, I'm sorry.
Where?
Oh, yeah.
On the last page, it says next meeting, September 24th, 2025.
Oh, no, with
Oh, that's the second
September
one.
10th.
Yeah.
Well, the next one,
Yeah, the next
date.
one is
Oh,
last
yeah,
year.
yeah, yeah.
Oops.
We can just point it out.
think we can.
Perfect.
Yeah, you just cross out,
Yeah.
Thanks.
correct to the next meeting being the 10th.
Okay, so do we need to approve with the correction?
We can. I move that we accept the minutes for the May 7th meeting with a correction of the date for our next meeting, which is September the 10th.
No, September 24th.
Yeah, it's the one that, because it had said 2024. I wasn't.
Oh,
paying
I'm
attention.
sorry, all right, 2025.
I second that.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, motion has passed.
I didn't see that, hold on.
I didn't see it either. I'm the one that did it. So,
Oh, I see.
I worked as an editor for a number of years.
yeah, can I sign this one? Can I sign this one? You can sign that one.
Should I pass this to David? And you needed how many copies?
I'd like to have 2 signed
Here.
copies.
There's one.
Okay, I think that's your
Suzanne, you
two
can take
then.
this one.
Do you have an extra copy of the minutes?
I'll just mark it.
Do
in
you
there.
want another copy?
I gave her mine.
Oh, okay, thanks.
All right,
Oh,
so
do
now.
you have an extra copy? Oh, right here. Can I have it?
All right, so moving on, the next matter on the agenda is the 2026 budget.
Okay.
And I'm going to have copies for each of you. Now, this I'm presenting to you today.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask, next time I'm going to ask you to approval, but you have 2 weeks to look this over.
To peruse it.
The way this works is, the process starts when I have a meeting with the Department of Local Government, Department DGLF, Department of Government and Local Finance. And they have a computer program that has all kinds of data and like the assessed valuation and there's a growth quotient for all non-farm income, that's for the whole state of Indiana. And so they take the figures and they put it into their computer and they generate it and they tell me how much I can spend. So then I come back and I put it into a line item. You know, I know how much is for rent and how much for insurance and salaries, because you've already voted on that. And so that's what this budget for the Form 1, that's the line items where I have taken the money. Now, if you go to line Form 3,
Suzanne?
yes.
No question. And I understand, I see, this first one is the roads,
Okay, yeah.
and since we haven't approved it yet as a
Okay,
fund.
this is not official, there was a place to put it there, so I just put it there, but it's not an official until after you approve it. This
So
doesn't have
should
it.
we do the, no, this is the order, okay.
Well, okay, there's nothing in here, I mean, we
No, I
don't
saw
have
that.
anything in there. I just put it in there because I was doing it, and I thought it made sense just to have it there, just so we can look at
Is
it
this,
and.
but will we approve it then
Oh,
for the
yeah,
next,
so
in the
this
next
is-
meeting?
I'm
or-
gonna- I'm gonna ask-
Approved, everything's gonna be approved.
So it's,
Yeah, the
it's
next
further
meeting,
down,
yeah.
no, so it's, she's presenting it down here.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I just want to, yeah,
I just put
wanna
it
make
in
it
here
official
because it
that,
was
yeah,
available
yeah.
to put in.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
You know, but there's nothing in there for now, but
Yeah.
next year, that's what it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the first one is rainy day, and,
But yeah, so on the 24th, board, you will establish it and then. approve
Right,
it.
and then we'll approve this budget too at that time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Just,
So,
didn't know if we had to do it as your turn.
It's, all of this is just proposed, so.
yeah, this is just proposed.
Works for me.
So,
are we?
the way this
Page 2.
works is, okay, if you
Should be
look
the
on
rainy day.
Form 3, estimated civil max levy, that's 121, 493. Now, the way this works is you take the
Yeah.
levy from last year, and you can, it's, the civil levy is the general, and it is the township assistance. Those two budget items together, that's what the levy for the civil is. The fire max, that is just the fire fighting contract, and then you have the fire shield fund, which is a whole different tax rate. But, so when you look at the sewer rate, so what it was, they
Like after all the-
took the levy from last year, and then they multiplied it by 1.04, which was the growth quotient for the non-farm income for the state of Indiana. So then that come up with a figure of 121,493, and then that's the figure that I divide up between the township assistance and the general fund. Now, I'm gonna segue a little bit ahead of here. What I did here is I wanted my general fund to have a low, I wanted to minimize the amount of money I spent there, so I kind of made it low.
Okay.
So the excess I put into the township assistance because the general is an unrestricted fund, and the money that was left over goes to some towns and roads fund, and we don't have any towns and roads that are the township responsibility. So anyway, that was my plan here, is to take this, the estimated civil max levy, I wanted to raise the amount that we were able to raise, as what the DLGF tells me I can raise. And then I wanted to divide it up between the Township Assistance Fund and the General Fund with, making it a sparse in the General Fund, because I don't want there to be any excess money, because I don't want to have this money go into the Capital Improvement Fund or the Township Roads Fund. So that was kind of my, so I went over it with a fine-tooth comb, and if you look at Form 1, I think that was my goal here, is to not have anything left over. And whatever excess I had, I would put into the Township Assistance Fund. So, okay, now. One of these funds is called a 4B, and.
Called what? 4B?
4B.
Found it.
So,
2 pages over.
that's something we are gonna refer to when we get to the Capital Improvement Fund.
At the
But anyway,
top
so
it
this
says
is something for you
4B.
to look over. There you are.
Okay.
As far as the money for the firefighting contract, the DLGF tells me how much I can spend. And so there you are. They said I could put it at whatever I want, but this is what they're gonna give me. So I just went with what they're gonna give me.
Here's another 4, here's from 4B.
There's a lot here, so I welcome your questions.
There's a lot here.
I'll welcome your questions later, right? If anybody wants to contact me with questions, I'm happy to answer them.
And it is with the opportunity for the public to speak here too.
Not on this, no.
Not on this.
But, on the 24th.
That's when.
I advertised it in the newspaper. The public has a right to come, the public has a right to come to our meetings, but the public has a right to have input on the resolutions that we are going to vote on the 24th. And I will give him the resolutions today so we can take it home and look them over. But today is just I'm just presenting this to you.
Yeah. This is for us to study before the meeting.
Yeah, I was going to pull out last year's.
Okay.
Here.
Okay.
Okay, so are there any questions on this?
No, I don't have
Not
any.
right now.
Not right
Okay,
now.
so when you have questions, give me a call and then, we'll talk.
Yes.
Okay, so now, The next thing on our agenda is a presentation of the capital improvement plan. All right, now here it is that I've prepared and I'm presenting to you. And David has some questions. Has some comments and, David. And Mitch, you have this?
Thank you.
This, as we had just mentioned, this is not an opportunity for the public to express an opinion, but on the 24th, you can come and express an opinion. Okay? Yes. All right, now, this is uncharted waters. So I have done the best that I can to understand it, and David has his opinion, and we're going to get it right because that's what's important. It has to be adopted by before the 30th of September. So this is what I'm presenting to you today, and we can talk about it and make whatever changes we want, but this is the starting point. All right, now there's a template. Now, this is a template, why I'm saying, I mean a software program that's put out by the Department of Local Government Finance, DLGF. Yes, this is their template, and they've given this to all the trustees. All right, now, my understanding is that this is only for the unrestricted funds. David has an opinion, and we want it to be right, so whatever it is, but this is just a starting point, okay? Now, all right, now, if you look at your budget, Form 4B, that's one of the last forms, at the top, the general fund, okay? Now, the rainy day, let's start with rainy day here. Go to line 18 on Form 4B, and it's 0, okay? That's the money that's left over.
Where is this?
On the rainy day fund, this is your budget. A
Yeah.
rainy day, and then line 18. It's the money basically that's left over at the end of the year.
Or this, no, not that page.
Yeah, on
That page.
Do you see
Yeah,
it?
yeah, so if you
Just
look
make
at.
sure you're on
Do you
the
have a
general
rainy?
one, because there's,
Oh, I'm
Oh,
on
Yeah, 'cause there's one for
4B.
each,
I don't,
yeah.
that's not 4B.
I'm on the general page. No,
Okay, no, that's not 4B.
There is one for rainy day?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll find that.
Each fund has a different, has a 4B. So if you look at the 4B for the rainy day, it's 0, line 18. Now, this is as per the instruction video that
I watched
that they put out, and I watched it many times,
I bet you
and you know, there's a room for interpretation here, but this is
I bet you did.
this is the starting point, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now Form 4B, this is what it looks like. For rainy day, up at the top. Here. Got it. There you go, that looks like a 4B. And look at the top here,
Yeah.
rainy day.
yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm not
This
there.
is right.
Okay, all right. Now look at line 18. Okay?
Yep.
That's 0. That's where this 0 comes from on the capital improvement fund for rainy day. That's basically the money that's left over at the end of the year. Now go down to general fund, okay? Now flip over to 4B for the general fund.
Which is.
Okay. Now look at line 18. It's $18,115. And that's where this figure comes from. It's kind of confusing. Believe me, I understand. So, okay, so here's Form 4B, see right here, Form 4B, and this is
So
general.
then, yeah, back to the general one. I mean, that's
Oh,
where,
it's over
that's
at
where
last.
this number is coming from.
Yeah,
then.
okay.
Yeah, so line 18.
I just can't find the page.
I know, it's, yeah, it's,
Okay, so
My
that's,
hands-
those
It's
are
in there
our
somewhere.
two unrestricted funds, and my understanding is that this capital improvement template that I've filled out here is only for the unrestricted funds. The difference being that with an unrestricted fund, like the general fund of the rainy day, money can be spent on anything. With the firefighting, that has to be spent on for a specific purpose. The fire cube has to be spent for a specific purpose. The township assistant, it has to have a specific purpose. So those are restricted funds. But these two, the rainy day and the general, are unrestricted. So my understanding is that's what this capital improvement plan is referring, wants information from the unrestricted funds. David has another opinion, and we want to get it right, so whatever it is, it is. But this is, I'm just telling you how I prepared it, okay? Now, if you want to go to line 2, page 2. This is page 2 of the capital improvement fund. Okay, now, at that, for rainy day, that's 0, so we don't have to worry about that. For the next line is for the general fund, you start out with 18,000, whatever it is.
115.
Okay, you start out. Now, you can reduce that with any money that we plan to spend on capital improvements. We didn't have any capital improvement plans, so I didn't reduce it by any money going. Now, I know some townships have done that. I think that's putting the cart before the horse. We don't have it. I don't want to have to focus on something we never had before because it doesn't really serve us any purpose. I want to focus on what the purpose of the trustee's office is all about, and it's general, it's the township assistance and the fire queue and firefighting. So that's why all of these are 0. I mean, A, B, C, D, and E. On this capital improvement plan for the general fund, you start out with $18,115. You can reduce that amount if we had any capital improvement plans. We don't have any capital improvement plans. We've never had one. And I just didn't want to muddy the water of introducing some plan that we've never had before and isn't central to our purpose.
Yeah, so I mean, not to like sidebar on this really quick. I mean, I tried, reading through the documents that
Yeah.
you sent us. Like, what exactly what do they mean by capital improvement?
Well, okay, well, capital improvement, like if we like it's
We build a building or something,
if we had a
or-
plan to put on an addition to our building, if we had a plan to if we had some property we wanted to do something to that property.
I mean, yeah, I kind of figured that's what it was, but it's just like there was nothing
Yeah.
very specific or even generalized.
No,
so I just
some of
wasn't
the
sure.
townships, I'm sure that like Portage Township and Center Township and Marion, some of the bigger townships probably do have capital improvement projects that they've already had, and so they could use those projects to reduce this amount. We've never had a capital. We don't own this building. We don't own anything.
Yeah, I think I land or
You know,
property.
and I thought for us to try and adopt a capital improvement plan just for the purpose of reducing this amount was just to kind of muddy the waters. And I thought, well, this legislation has taken me by surprise. It wasn't even passed until July. So we're just going to bite the bullet this year. Next year, the plan is to have very little in the general fund. That's kind of my plan, that next year we'll have very little there. But this year, it's kind of taken me by surprise. We had $18,000, but so 30% of that is $5,000. 30% of that is probably around $6,000. But then you would decrease it by the capital tax cap. So it comes. So if now this figure at the bottom, $5,000, was it $435? That figure is generated by the DLGF program, computer program. I didn't come up with that figure. That's their figure.
No, I just did that.
So the 18,004, that came from line 4B, and I did not decrease that because we have no capital improvement plans. So then you take that, and that's the 30%. Then you have to subtract the capital. The tax cap.
5,000.
So then the figure comes to $5,435, and this is something that is entered by the DLGF computer program. So that's what they want. All right. Then if you turn to the next one, the expenditures, I have nothing here because we don't have any capital improvement plans. If we did, we would put it down here and we would tell you, like some people have a volunteer fire department they support. And the volunteer fire department, they may have a capital improvement project to buy them hoses. Well, we don't do that. We have a contract. We give the town of Chester and the town of Porter money for the fire. We don't support a volunteer fire department. we just give it to the town of Chester, and that's the way we do it, because it's not a volunteer fire department. So what I'm saying here is that we don't have any improvements there, so everything here is a zero. Now, if you want to turn to the next page, the rainy day is zero. Now, okay, this is something that, here again, this figure is 65,735, and the CFE is 3,350. All right. That figure is the lesser of the certified levy and the post-circuit breaker abstract levy. Now, these two figures were entered by the DLGF computer program. I mean, I opened this page and they put their figures in it. But it comes from here.
Why am I missing? I think I'm missing.
Like second to last page.
Okay, this is something I got off of the web. The 2025 quarter circuit breaker report. So you come here, you got Westchester Township, this figure here or this figure here, and it is the lesser of the two, and the lesser of the two is the post-circuit breaker levy, which is the $65,637. Okay, and this $3,352. There again, that's something that came from, that's the DLGS estimate.
And that's on the DLGF side?
Yes, yes.
Okay, for Porter County for the
Yeah.
circuit breaker estimate.
Yeah, so that's where those figures come from. And as I mentioned before, it was, these numbers were generated by the DLGF computer program. Yeah, there you go. So, I'm not asking you to vote on this today. I'm presenting this to you. It's my understanding of what the capital improvement plan is. David has another opinion, and he can tell you what that is. But we'll get it right.
Of course you will.
Okay, now, if I can just continue on and then I'll let David speak. Okay, so this $5,435, which is the amount of money that's going to, that's part of our capital improvement plan. Now, come next January, you're going, okay, it's on September 24th, let's assume that you approve the establishment of the Township Roads and Infrastructure Fund, okay? Then this money will go into that Township Roads and Infrastructure Fund. And then it will be distributed according to the memorandum, which we're gonna get to later. But, so, so this is the figure that's going to go into the Township Roads and Infrastructure Fund, which you haven't approved yet, but if you do approve it, that next January, that's what this money, you will, but it's like the rainy day fund. You will vote to transfer this money to the Township Roads and Infrastructure.
But
Okay.
not in this year's budget, next year?
Right. It's not this year's
Next
budget, it's
year.
next year's budget. And how this 5,430, we're gonna get to that in a minute, but that's where we are right now, okay?
Okay, thank you.
So, David, did you have to say anything you wanted to say?
Thanks, have a good one, thank you.
You did
You
it.
came.
You did it, Suzanne.
Well, there you go.
My main concern after
Yes, David.
looking through the paperwork is the Cume Fire Fund.
Yes.
The Cume Fire Fund, I
Yes.
believe,
Is a
should
capital improvement. plan.
should have a capital improvement plan. Not that it's susceptible to the road fund,
Okay,
but that the state wants us to have a plan for the capital improvement funds, which Cume Fire is a capital improvement fund.
Okay.
So it's not subject to the road, it's not gonna be
Right.
forfeited, but they do want you to have one, or there's, and
plan.
this is just the statute, that, they don't want you to be able to add taxes to it if you don't have a plan for it. That's my concern with the Cume Fire Fund.
Well, this is a question that we will we'll resolve.
Yeah, no, it's not part of the, it won't, I guess forfeiture is kind of a strong word, but it's not subject to being transferred to the Road and Infrastructure Fund. It's just are we going to be able to continue to add to the Cume Fire Fund without a plan for the Cume Fire Fund?
and we need that by September 30th?
Right.
So you're gonna,
So, but our
these things-
problem is it doesn't come from us, correct? It comes from.
Right, because we contribute, we use our Cume Fire Fund for requests from
them.
them.
Well, I mean, is that the language we can use? Is that ours is subject to, in a sense, a step, or, we defer to Porter and Chesterton, in a sense?
Well, I think what I'm going to do is,
Okay.
Dave and I have been
Yes,
talking,
okay.
is I will contact the DLGF and I'll find out what they want.
Sure.
yeah, I think that's the best way to do
Yeah,
it.
and so we're all on the same page. We want to do
Right.
the right thing.
Oh, absolutely.
And we just don't know exactly what the right thing is.
Yeah, right, yeah,
Well,
we
and
certainly
you
don't
wanna-
wanna approve the wrong thing and then
Yeah,
find
yeah,
out
so-
the hard way.
And you wanna get it in, like, for the next meeting.
Well, yeah.
But before the 30th,
Yeah.
Do we need to have maybe
I
one more
think,
meeting?
well,
no, not if she gets the information.
I will
It
contact
doesn't have
them
to be read
on,
twice.
I will contact them on tomorrow. And we'll get onto this
Sure.
right away.
Oh, wonderful.
And we'll see what it
I don't
is.
think so.
That's what it's
Sure.
subject to comment. 10-day notice to a public hearing to approve capital improvement plan.
I've already
That was
published
what
it.
Cheryl's asking about.
Oh.
So the public hearing will open, the plan will be read, discussed, public comment. The hearing will be closed, and then there could be a vote if such board members
Oh,
wish
Then we'll be
to.
okay.
We'll be okay.
That's, yeah, so, and I did publish this in the newspaper. So
good.
we're all
Yeah.
set there.
For both, though, because it
Well,
sounds
for
like you
everything,
have to
yeah,
have
for
two
everything.
meetings.
Because we
Well,
have
you just-
budget too as well.
Or is you substituted into.
I don't have to publish for the budget because the budget is already part of the.
Yeah.
Gateway.
Yeah.
That was already
Gateway.
done for today.
Okay,
Yeah,
so,
she's okay.
You just
That's
need
good.
a public hearing for the capital improvement plan. Which
Right.
she's put the notice in for the 24th.
and it was published yesterday. It went in the newspaper yesterday. So we're all good on that.
Oh, and
Yeah.
it doesn't need two then? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
good.
Yeah.
Just
All right.
a public hearing.
Just A and 10 days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, good, fine, good.
All right, so
Okay.
here, so that's that. Okay,
Thank
now.
you, guys.
All right, so now moving on. Okay,
Moving
so,
on.
all right, so this is what I'm going to be asking you, Dot, next meeting on the 24th. I'm just giving you this so you know what it is that we're going to be asking you for. And this is basically a template that came from the DLGF. This is, I took their template and I expanded it a little bit, put in the sections, the code sections, but this is what they're looking for.
Okay.
So just so you know, that's what I'm going to be asking of you for next time.
This would essentially be attached to the template document.
Yes, this will be attached to this.
Okay.
And if there's some for the fire cume, then there'll be, another matter. All right, so then, now the next thing is, we have to establish the Township Roads and Infrastructure Fund. And I'm going to ask you to approve this next
Fine.
Thank you very much.
Next time?
Yeah, next time on the 24th.
Okay.
So, so the first step here to spending our money is that we have to have a resolution to set up this fund. And I've already put it in the budget, but that doesn't mean anything. I mean, I just put it in there because it was for fun, just to kind of put it in there. All right, so, I'm gonna be asking you to establish this because we are required to establish it. So,
We don't have any roads, do we?
we
Or
don't, we don't,
infrastructure?
there's no roads that I'm aware of in the township that we are responsible for. And there's no infrastructure that we are
Okay.
responsible for. But there are some townships that are responsible
Oh,
for
yeah.
it.
There are
So,
townships, such a thing as township roads?
I think, I'm sure there are somewhere.
I mean,
No,
there,
we have,
there must be, or why are they doing this?
I don't.
Or
All
I
right,
mean,
so-
I think it's to turn it
Or at
over
least the
to
roads
another
part, but, you know,
organization,
yeah.
so you
Okay,
have
but
the
now-
county.
but I'm
and
just,
your
we're just
city.
saying that Westchester Township does not have any
Yeah.
township roads that they have to
Okay,
keep.
now,
Yeah.
so we're going to establish a Township Roads and Infrastructure Fund.
Correct.
And next January, we're gonna put in 5,440 for, something or other. Now, the question is, how do we spend it? So this is our memorandum that I prepared,
Memorandum of
how
Understanding.
to spend the money. And
Thank you, ma'am.
here you go. Westchester Township has the boundaries of Chesterton, and part of Chesterton is in it. We have all of Porter, all of Burns Harbor, all of Dune Acres. There's some of the county that's unincorporated, and then there's part of the city of Portage in it. So what I've proposed to do here is take this $5,445, divide it up equally between these 6 municipalities, and give them, if they will sign this memorandum, just give them the money, the check. I don't know what they're gonna do with it.
Well, now, but, and again, it's been a while since I've read this, but so I could be totally wrong, but I thought it was to go to unincorporated areas?
No,
No? Okay, so it's, because otherwise it,
Would all be just the county, yeah.
to be spent on unincorporated areas.
well, no, to be spent in the township.
In the township.
I think it's to be spent in the township.
Right, but township unincorporated areas.
No, I think it's to be spent anywhere in the
Anywhere.
town, anywhere.
Okay, all right.
That's,
Yeah, I guess maybe if there is some city that has roads that are taken care of by the township for some reason. I mean, I'm sure there's,
Well,
maybe
really,
that happens somewhere. It certainly doesn't happen here.
well, in any
but-
event, this is something this is a starting point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll
Okay,
look
no, I
into it,
think-
we'll
yeah.
look into it
I'm
and
sure you're
see.
right.
You know, I asked a lot of people and no one knows.
Yeah, no, I'm sure I'm wrong.
So,
thank you.
anyway, this is just a starting point. I'm not asking you to approve it today, but I am asking you to approve this memorandum the next meeting, which is 2 weeks from now. And whatever questions we have, we'll get to them.
yeah, I was trying to think of township roads. I don't know of any township roads that would come under this. I
Yeah.
know county roads,
Yeah.
and the county takes care of them, but I don't know of any township roads. I've never heard of any.
So, but it says you'll divide it, but how are you going to divide it?
Equally.
Equally.
Oh, okay, so
That-
just
that's-
divide
that-
by
that's-
1, 2.
this is
Instead
my-
of the end of the next line.
Yeah, this is my starting point. And we can modify this. We can, no one's gonna vote on it until 2 weeks from now.
Well, but, I mean, do you have to approach all these entities?
No, only after you have signed it.
You can't do anything.
I'm not
that says-
I'm not going to present it to any of these municipalities until you have approved it.
Okay. Well, what if they don't want to sign,
Well, then they don't
agree?
get the money.
Well, so I mean, the reality, the township would be deferring to the town to use it however they want. So
Correct. If,
logistically, there's nothing for them to agree to except to take the money.
Well, and to spend it on roads, they have to spend it on roads.
Well, I'm just saying I'm deferring to them to spend it.
well, it says road and infrastructure.
Right, road and infrastructure.
Well, I mean, we can modify this. This is just a starting point, because I didn't know where to start.
No, this is more than I would have come up with. I don't-
Well,
At this point,
you don't
it's
have
as
anybody
vague as everything
to
is.
talk to, because
Yeah.
nobody's done this before, and nobody knows what to do. So,
I look at it as one way for the state to avoid having to pay money to the townships. I mean, they're hoping that the township trustees can provide some money for roads, so they don't have to take it out of the state
Exactly.
fund. I'm
Exactly. I
sorry,
think
but that's how I feel. If you know what I mean.
all right, so there again, on your
Pass it
agenda
on, pass
here,
it on, in other words,
um,
divide it up,
I
divide it
have
up.
given you the link, which you can give to other people. It's advertised on our website, and then here, you can copy paste this.
For the,
And we have a good webpage then.
Yes, we do have a webpage, and it's advertised on our webpage. Our website is westchestertrustee.org. And so you can go there and you can find it under meetings and, so, that's what I have to say.
That's all?
Yeah. You know, I mean,
Just keeping it light.
This is one of the easiest meetings we've had.
This is just uncharted areas, so rather than do nothing, I did something, then we can talk it over.
Sure. Just township boundaries.
Just township.
Just township
Thank you.
boundaries. And it says approved by the township, but I think the township is essentially saying we'll approve whatever road infrastructure project you're doing. You're not, I think you're kind of giving up that oversight, right?
Yeah, I don't care what you do with the money.
I
Well, you
think,
do, as long as it's spent appropriately.
Well, okay, like Jackson Township has some township roads, and there's one stop sign that's being obliterated by leaves and things, and so that's a real concern to them. Well, I don't have any concerns with that. I mean, I don't.
and it's like about $900 per.
Yeah. So if any, I mean, I defer to all of you to give me your comments as to things you think I should improve on.
I think to Cheryl's point, the infrastructure fund needs to be after the budget. Well, the infrastructure fund, is it in the budget? It's not.
No, it's not in the budget.
So I guess either of those, but the infrastructure fund before the capital improvement and the memorandum.
Would be the proper order.
Okay. And while you're here, do
Or
you,
simultaneous.
we want to set up, our next meeting is September 24th. Do we want to set up our December meeting? How about the December 3rd? That's the first Wednesday? Because Zernal needs to know, so he can make his plans.
That's fine.
Is that work for everybody at 5
Yep.
o'clock? Okay.
I missed that. What day?
The 3rd, that's the
December
first
3rd.
Wednesday?
December.
And that's when you get your paychecks?
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
5 o'clock sometime?
Yeah, 5 o'clock, all right.
All right, so there is no further business before the board. So, do I need a motion?
I move that we adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.